Hi, good morning. Happy Thursday. This is Thursday of Connect with Your Teen in 2018 week here on Teen Wisdom Week. And this morning I have a question for you. Where are you blocking the connection with your teen? I know that's a tough one to think about because sometimes what I hear from parents a lot is, well, it's so hard to connect with my teen because they're on their phone all the time. And if you watched my video about connecting with your teen over fun, one of the things that I talked about was actually having a digital relationship with your teen. So if they're on their phone all the time, what are they doing on there? Looking at funny stuff, sharing jokes with their friends, creating a plan for when they're going to meet with their friends later. And you can do all those things with your teen too. So let's just take the phone piece off the table for a minute. And actually, let's keep it on the table because there's one more thought there. Is it possible that you've been blocking a connection with your teen by not stepping into the world where they are, by not having a digital relationship with them? And I understand all the reasons why we do that, because we think they're on their phones enough. I don't want to encourage all of this phone behavior by engaging with them there. I want my engagement with them to be real-time, face-to-face, high-quality engagement. And I will just say to you that it doesn't have to be one or the other. You can still help your teens, and please help your teens to have those valuable face-to-face interactions and have a digital relationship with them, because that's where they are, and then they will see that you really get them. Because here's the deal with technology. The more we fight with them about it, the more highly charged that is as an issue in our household. And so if we can step into being a part of that world with them, then we can help them understand how, yes, we're in this world. Hi, Deekie, I can see you watching. Good morning. We can help them be a part of that world from a place of knowledge and knowing that we are interacting with them there as well, which takes away the charge. It doesn't become then, oh, that's your thing and you're there all the time and I am not there and I'm not going to interact with you there. That causes a block in our connection. And so if you can just diffuse that and connect with them digitally, that can be an incredible addition to your relationship. And then it can give some other topics of conversations, things that you can talk about in your connection with your teen. So consider that as a place that you maybe have been blocking your connection with your teen. Now, earlier this week on Monday, I was talking about connecting with your teen. And another place that we might block that is in those places when our teen is rude or says hurtful things. And that can actually set up an emotional block where we say, you've hurt me too many times. I can't really approach you with an open heart. And so what we really need to do is really address those places where we are blocking our connection with our teen as well, because they just get in the way because we build up all of this hurt and resentment. So we really need to learn a process where we can let that go and start fresh each day, or sometimes in each moment, with our teens. And that's really about learning how to activate your parenting power so that you can do that without getting worn out and worn down. You can kind of recharge your own inner battery, and that's what activating your parenting power is all about. Now, there's one other way that we often can block the connection with our teen, and that is through those places in our life where we feel like it's just us, it's our own thing. Maybe only you know that you do this, but you're shortchanging yourself in your life in some ways. And I'll use the example of sleep for this one. Adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Teens need it even more. Teens need about 8 to 10. Excuse me. So are you shortchanging your sleep? And this is what can happen. We can say, it's not that important. It's just one night. I have other things that are more important. I have this work I have to do. And over time, we shortchange ourselves in that area, and it actually significantly depletes us and then inhibits our ability to tap in to our parenting power, tap into those deep resources inside of us, and it makes us miss the many opportunities we have to connect powerfully with our teens. And so sleep, getting high quality sleep and enough of it every night so that you wake up refreshed, so that you wake up being able to see all of the opportunities that you have, being able to engage in a powerful way with your teen. That's just one example of an area where we often can chronically shortchange ourselves. And if the sleep one you know is yours, know that you are not alone. Culturally, we are walking around sleep deprived. It's no wonder all of the television shows about zombies are so popular, because we can relate. There are so many things demanding our attention that really giving our bodies the rest and renewal and the time that they need to do all the pruning and processing and cleansing of the brain that we need to do in the sleep cycle, not to mention the healing of the entire body that happens during sleep. We kind of shortchange that and don't give ourselves the full benefit of that because we are so pressured by time. So that is a whole complex of issues that we are stuck in that then results in us shortchanging ourselves over and over again in our life. Because here's the big piece in that. Even though we might not always see it or know it, there are so many ways where we are hooked into the lies that our culture tells us. One of the lies is there's never enough time. Another lie that we start to believe is you don't really matter. One person's self-care doesn't really matter. That actually maybe is kind of selfish that you're spending so much time taking care of yourself. And when we have this cultural script of moms being martyrs, sacrificing so much for their children, all of those things kind of support our decision to say, no, I'm going to stay up. I have these other things to do. Or I'm tired, but I'm going to push through. And so we have to find another way. Because all of these things, the being pulled into what our culture is saying versus what we know is true in our body, mind, and spirit. All the times that we're pulled into that really lower our ability to connect with our teen and be that massive influence we want to be in our teen. So I hope what you're hearing here is that what we need to do to parent differently for this time in history, for these children who are so hooked into their technology, is really to craft a powerful life where our primary focus is really gathering up our own personal power and really activating that power so we can be present and powerful in each moment that we are living. Because what happens so easily is we have this energy and then it scatters everywhere, and we really need to pull it in so we can be here and lead our children powerfully in these times. Because when we hear things in the media about what's going on between men and women and politics, and we hear what celebrities often are telling us, where we need to have skinnier waists and perfect skin and look beautiful all of the time, those are such short-term gains. And those seem like power, but really are not tapping into our authentic power of what is going to keep us going as people over the long term. So the question is, where are the places that you are shortchanging yourself in your life? So maybe it's not getting enough sleep. Maybe it's resisting something like connecting with your teen over technology, saying, no, I can't, I'm not willing to go there. Maybe it's not being willing to speak up for yourself in your career and say, I have value here and I need to find a way to be compensated for that value. Or I have these powerful ideas and I need to find a way to share them with the world. So the more we can really activate our power as a parent, the more we will be able to connect with our teen from a place of being filled up, not from that place of depletion that leads us into snapping at them or starting to overmanage them or nag them. We know when we get into those moments and we just want to pull it all back so that we can start from a fresh place. And what I want you to learn from this entire week of connecting with your teen is that you can start fresh. That is the joy of a new year, a new morning. But it will take some time of building up kind of that inner power that you need in order for your teen to really understand that this is a new way you're going to connect with them and interact with them. Because we know from our past, we know from studies of people who make New Year's resolutions and commit to things, the gyms are packed in January. Just like we might say, okay, I'm committed to connecting in this new way, and we do it for a while, and then something happens. We get bored of our routine. We don't know how to course correct. We don't want to reach out for that next level of support because we feel like I've reached out for so much support already, or we tell ourselves I can do it on my own. And those are the times. It's like February, the end of February, when the gym is not nearly as busy, and March when it's not busy at all. Those are the times when we really need to lean in and keep going and reach out for the support we need to keep going, because it's in those persistence of the February times, the March times of continuing to figure out how we're going to connect with our teen. That's when our teen will start to notice and start to really trust that, oh, she really means it when she says she wants to have a relationship with me, and that's the most important thing. She really means it when she says she wants to connect with me. That wasn't just, going to one movie one time. I can see how this is an ongoing, persistent piece, and that's where the trust will really shift for you. So all of this to tell you to take heart. It is a fresh day. You can identify those places where you've been blocking a relationship, a connection with your teen, and you can allow yourself to step through that door, because that is where the breakthrough will be in transforming your relationship with your teen. So that's my message for you this morning. I am so excited to meet with you again tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock, for Teen Wisdom Week, where I will share one final secret of how you can connect with your teen in 2018. Have a wonderful day. Be well.